Did you ever see anything like this? Guess not. These are amazing things! Nice trick! After the camera moves, you can't really say for sure which part is real and which part is just a reflection. Very symbolic. Sometimes we can't distinguish between the real and the imaginary in real life, when it comes to emotions and feelings in particular. The scene is beautiful, very urban and laconic, not overburdened with details that distract. How come the drainage is so clear? Almost unbelievable. Do they clean it regularly? Is it equipped with some kind of self-purifying system? Or what's the secret behind it? Koi fish are terribly cute creatures though. Are they picky about the water they live in? Just curious. Seeing these rainbow dudes is quite a sight for sore eyes. So cool that modern technology allows facilitating study like that. It's very helpful. Having this kind of practice probably makes doctors a little less stressed and a little more confident when they have to deal with a real patient. Working as a surgeon is tremendously challenging. A tough job with huge responsibility, but also rewarding, as these people actually save lives. Wow! How did people who saw it on the road react? That's quite a sight. Is it even legal to ride something like that? And it is also way too loud. Did he construct it himself? It must have been a challenging and yet very engaging job, putting all those parts together. And can it turn? That's one risky guy. What else is there to say? That's something cosmic! Absolutely mesmerizing and hypnotizing. Reminds me of a huge flower, gorgeous in its magnificence. It's so elegant and soft that you don't really realize that it is dangerous and can actually hurt you. The construction looks like a lot of work, very elaborate and detailed. Did it take a lot of time to plan and then create it? It would be great in a movie. Though the second photo was edited and looks much brighter, both are impressive. The real colors are much calmer and softer, all shades of yellow, beige, and brown. But just look at these stripes! The touch of nature turns things into masterpieces. I wonder what it feels like when you touch it. Beautiful mountains. Stunning! Leaves you speechless when you come across the artwork, which is that exquisite and elaborate. The shapes are perfect. They are nearly palpable. You can hardly believe that these things are drawn. They look like they've been sculpted. It looks very noble in pencil, with no additional colors, reserved and elegant. How much time did it take to create it?
Fly on the spaceship and shoot the lasers? Can you do water? The pretty songbirds? Can you do a red wolf? How about an owl? How about a dog? Can you bark? Did that hurt? Can you do a cat?
What a smart little guy! Impressive! Did it take a lot of time to train it? The sound of the spaceship is at the top of my list of personal favorites. However, this birdie is good at all of the sounds it produces. It's pretty striking that birds don't actually have vocal cords. Instead, there is a vocal organ near their lungs that allows them to do such tricks.
Can you help me call the dogs?
Come here, come here, come here.
Good. What do you say it's time to go?
Poor little guy. I feel so sorry for it. Don't fade away. The neuron reminds a start so much. First, it's bigger, and then very gradually, and sadly, it withers, shrinks away, and finally becomes a dot, and then a huge nothing. Emptiness against the gray background. Thinking of this little death is frustrating. Though neurons die, they soar, poor fellows. Nature will always find a way to crawl through. No matter how hard people try to cover it or imprison it with stone and concrete walls, it will always push through and fight its way to the top. That's just something about nature that reminds people about the pace of time and things that last longer than the ones we build. That's just a whole world of wonders I have never suspected exists. Have you? Each piece is unique and one of a kind. How is that even possible? They are so tiny. Some remind me of ice, some look like shells, some like something cosmic and out of this world. Sand is fascinating. Never before have I thought that. Wow, that's as cool as it is weird. And I like things that are both cool and weird. Had no idea you could do something like this with a watermelon. And the tune this guy is playing is just as awesome as his idea of using a watermelon. And you can eat it later. Or not. I don't know. Aw, this cute lizard is simply lovely. Just look at the way it is following the finger. It seems so concentrated, so focused on the movement. The finger almost hypnotizes the little fellow. Adorable, isn't it? Watching it is pure joy. Would be great to have such a teeny tiny friend at home. So where can I get one? Some chimpanzees, monkeys, and apes seem to be much smarter than people. Honestly, they do. Just look at her. She knows what she's doing. First, while she'd climbed, the shawl is on her head. Then, when she's up, she uses it as a blanket and makes herself comfortable in the shadow. Funny, she has that leave me alone look. Looking into different processes is so much fun. Learning about how things are made, how they are manufactured, has a special drive in it, doesn't it? Though, of course, not knowing something also feels nice, as there should be some kind of a mystery, some secret, some kind of the curtains you don't get behind. Is it called vacuum forming? Interesting. Wow, that's striking! The first surprise is that it turns into liquid. The second surprise is that it gets back into its shape in a mere moment. What is the awesome piggy made of? Fascinating. As a child, I would dream of having such a money box. It's so unbelievably cool. Everyone at school would have been jealous of me. This looks like an enchanting flower opening up its bud, or a jellyfish of some out-of-this-world origin. Lovely! One can hardly believe that this is simply a kind of a lamp. A very interesting lamp, though, with complex construction and a secret. Because who knows how that works? Imagine something flying out of it and moving directly towards you. Scary. Oh, the way it's hissing! Unbelievable that it's that old and still working. How cool is that? I had no idea fans used to work on fire. A fascinating fact. But doesn't it make the air it blows hot too? Interesting. That would be strange though, as the purpose of using a fan is actually to make a room cooler, which is directly the opposite. How interesting! How much time will it take for the island to actually be created? Is it the way all islands were formed? So cool that we can see things like this from our homes without even having to travel anywhere. This video is impressive. Everything about nature and our planet is impressive, in fact. Let's just not forget about that. 9 years? Really? This guy must be very passionate about constructing things. The idea is awesome, the implementation is very cool, but it must have cost him quite a lot of effort. Just look at all those details. He must know everything about Boeings. Nothing skipped his attention. That's a very interesting piece of work. Art, I'd even say. That's all for now. Don't forget to leave your like and subscribe. See ya!